Let's take a look at scenario 16, which I've been chomping at the bit at here. We have played through both the first day and most all of the second day of action here at Gettysburg, recreating, reliving the fighting of that day best we can here with Scourge of War. Now we enter into the most mythologized and popularized part of the entire battle, and really a critical moment in the fighting. We are Hazard's Artillery Brigade on 3rd July, 3 p.m. at Cemetery Ridge. Commanding the artillery of the 2nd Corps, you're faced with the responsibility of concentrating your fire to meet Pickett's charge. The balance of long-range and short-range ordnance is critical. Support the infantry in the expected rebel attack. We need 4,000 for a minor victory, which is what we were going to be shooting for. Who do we have under our command? Oh, wow. We've got 5 batteries under our command. No kidding. Captain Hazard, General Hunt has ordered all artillery to concentrate on the rebel infantry. You shall comply with that order. Place your guns where you see fit to assure maximum damage to the enemy. The enemy will soon be approaching. So the race is to help our infantry hold here. Right? Okay. Lieutenant Walter Perrin, Battery B, 1st Rhode Island Artillery. Let's go ahead and just get them on this little rise right here. Doop. That's how you move as a battery. Same as a brigade. All of the guns need to be off take charge. They'll limber themselves up and they'll move where the battery commander has been placed. So we'll get them up on that ridge there. Okay, right arrow to get to the next battery. We don't, I want to role play it a little bit, so let's not jump the gun, pun intended, and place them somewhere that wouldn't be realistic, because we're over here kind of more towards Cemetery Hill. This is a good spot. We will have some of the Confederate troops under Pettigrew coming this way. These guys are already up and shooting. But we want to concentrate on infantry. Okay, let's go right button again. Okay, we didn't have him on take charge. All right, here's a teaching point. So I did, with artillery in particular in this game, let's push pause real fast. All right, this is kind of important to point out. There's a little bit of a quirk with the gameplay and the way the AI interprets what it is that you want to do with it when you're talking specifically about artillery. And that is with, again, we're going back to the whole, and this is central to every little quirky thing in Scourge of War, and that is the difference between whether or not a general or gun or regiment or whatever is on take charge or on AI control. So when you are trying to move a battery commander and get his guns to come with him to go up form line somewhere forward or wherever, if he is off take charge, if the AI has command of him, there's a pretty darn good chance that he will not want to go where you're sending him, and he will stop his guns. Now, there's something that you should take away from that, and that is that the AI probably thinks it's a bad idea. It thinks it's a bad idea to go where you're sending them. I think there are some other factors that go into that, including the commander's militia quality and things like that, and the quality of the crews, the guns and stuff, I think. But if you want to make sure that that battery does not stop the way that this one did right here in game, you want to make sure you take charge. We'll go off take charge. So you want to take charge of the battery commander. That way, they will not stop. Boop. One more time. Here we go. This battery Where are its guns? Ooh, this is unique. Does it just have the one gun? I don't think so. Let's. So I'm going to select, in order to find where the rest of this battery is. It's kind of a challenge, right? I'm going to go ahead and Captain has the battery crew stripped down to their shirts. It'll be another hot day. By the sounds of the rebel artillery, it'll be hotter here. Let's go right arrow button to find its next gun. Ah, okay. So let's take command of this gun and let's bring it here. Let's go double time with that, boys. Right arrow. Okay, here's this 2-gun battery, which looks like it's in a pretty good spot. These 2 guns here, okay. Let's place this gun. Oh, wait. These guys are going to do it on their own, I think. Yep, out they go. They're going to start shooting. Good. This gun right here. Take command of this guy. Take charge, rather. And let's just bring him right here. Or right here. Right? And then now, he'll be right up there on the wall. How about this gun right here? Let's have him right here. Okay, you need to unlimber, dude. Okay, and you're going to target infantry. You unlimber. Coming right up the ridge at us, and you know they've got the cover here. That'll be broken up though. By the way, I'm pretty sure is that where I think it is in history? Was it the Pitzer farm? No, it was the Bliss farm. So yeah, the Bliss farm up here. This was a very highly underappreciated area of the battlefield that I learned a whole lot about not too long ago. There was a ton of just skirmishing every single day of the battle. And I want to say that it changed hands something like 16, 17 times, the Bliss farm did. And there would be Union skirmishers that would come out in battle lines with skirmishers. They would come out and take the farm, and then the Confederates would have a battle line with skirmishers that would come out and take it back. It was pretty incredible. Let's go infantry, please. Get the whole battery commander targeting infantry. Got a gun right here that was getting shelled real bad, looks like, and is headed to the rear. So that's one thing. I did in my Lynchburg battle video where I did some tutorial action with the artillery in particular. I was corrected by Biondo, so thank you to him if he ends up watching this video, on not needing to go from gun to gun to gun and set them to targeting. You can go to the battery commander, set him to a target, and that will set the target type across the entire battery. Okay, let's get our supply wagon right here. And let's go ahead and just run it past these boys. First, get them replenished. Obviously, our other guns over here have been pushed off. Whew, that is a formidable looking force. Would you look at that? Ooh, hoo, hoo. I'm excited, man. Let's see if Pickett's charge actually ends up working in this playthrough. Oh, okay. So we can change munitions on all the guns, too. I like shrapnel. That's the other thing. So with each gun, we'll go shrapnel. Probably can do that by battery commander, too. These boys, same thing. Shrapnel. Looks like we got some AI controlled guns coming up. These dudes, canister. Canister. This is one you're kind of looking on, and the AI, you got to trust them to control the infantry well. I don't know what the scripting tells them to do necessarily, but you got even more troops here. Who is this? Oh, that's Pender. Pretty formidable charge. You think about it. Let's use canister with these boys. Let's go choose this target here. You guys here, you guys here. I was wrong about the sightseeing part. Controlling artillery can get particular. Canister. You too. Artillery was key in the defense of this area here. So you want to try and get it right. Target these boys. You target these boys right here. Ooh, a charge right here at the angle, question mark. Just an incredible attack. So what you'll see the AI do in Scourge of War, it's it's fairly rudimentary. The strategic AI still isn't quite as sophisticated as I might love to see it, but it will just focus everything toward the objective point that you see up here. As you can see, it's just throwing a big semicircle all around this central area right here. Which makes sense, of course. Oh, okay, we got to get out of here. Retreat. Retreat. You guys, canister. Yes, please. Thank you. Canister all around. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, yep, yep. No, stop. Stop. Okay, made a mistake there. How much canister do we have left? Still 9. Should run these guys off. But we're losing men. Oof. Ooh. Let's go ahead and pull back with that gun. These guys aren't retreating, even though maybe they should. These guys aren't retreating, even though maybe they should. There sure are a lot of Confederates out there. Ah! Okay, we lost 7 men here. Haven't lost any here yet. Let's get this gun right here. Go, go, go. Got canister there. Big old holes in the line right here. Big old wiping them. Oh, nasty canister shot. Pettigrew's troops, different from history, doing pretty good over here along with Pender. Wow, look at all this friendly artillery that's come up on this side. Oh, choose your targets. Give it to him. Give it to him. Oh, what are we going to see right here? A couple of shots. Volley went right into the flank of the regiment. The 1st Virginia from Kemper's brigade is going to make it all the way up to this stone wall. Boom! Oh! Okay, withdrawal by recoil. Another volley. Oof. Kemper's troops right up to the wall. Oof. These guys aren't firing for some reason. Oh, they can't see him. All right. They're just coming right at us. They're not stopping. Fire, goddammit! Oh. Come on, boys. Get them to stop. There we go. This is pretty freaking nuts. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. They got 3 rounds left. A canister, 8 rounds left. These 4 guns should be able to hold against this regiment, and this regiment's going to get pounded by artillery and infantry fire. Bam! From 41 yards away. It doesn't look like that right here in the graphic, but you can imagine 41 yards. That's how close this is. And this regiment is just coming right up on it. Wow. Holy smokes. Oh, they ran off a bunch of our guns over here. And the fight at the bloody angle is bloody. Wow. Look at the Rebs breaking the line right here in the center. No way! They're breaking! All right, we sent that Virginia regiment off finally. Very good. Falling back here. No! No! This battery doesn't have much left. Let's go here. Go. This battery. You need to unlimber your doofs. Doof wads. Can you canister fire somebody right there? How about you guys? Boom. Oof. You see this unrealistic scenario where you've got one regiment that's standing on the wall with the Confederate enemy regiment to its rear like that. Yeah, that probably wouldn't happen. Can we pick this target now? There we go. I think we can see them. Yes. Canister fire. You canister fire. Bam. Now, of course, that canister fire go into the backs of our friendly troops there, maybe. That wouldn't be any fun. Oof. Oh, my word. Off those Rebs go. Surrendered. Nice. That helps us. Some more routed Rebs there. Looks like these guns are doing good. Got a new regiment. Another new regiment. New brigade over here doing some work. Ooh, they pushed us. Desperate fight. Oh. Bam. Routed, surrendered. Oof. Lovely, lovely. We at 3,000 yet? Almost. Oh, wait. Did we need 3,000 for a victory? I think it might have been 4. Okay, we'll go slowly. So the interplay, another bit of a tip when it comes to artillery. This is one with artillery where you gotta continue to pay attention to the ordnance wagons and run them around the way that they need to be. If you leave them on AI control, they'll do a pretty good job by themselves, but they'll also just kind of run toward the enemy line for some reason too. I never quite understood that. All right, Pickett's division is just shredded over here, man. Off they go. Yep, this rebel attack is faltering, as was the case in history. But boy, they still got a lot of guys out there. All right, these guns, let's go ahead and move forward. Here, here, here. Or actually, no. Let's go that unit right there. And by the way, you're picking a target with a gun, right? You go to this button, choose specific target, you left click, and then you left click on the flag of the enemy regiment that you want to target. Blow holes into these guys. All right, I think we'll go plus time. I think we're into let it roll mode here. Okay. Very well. Very well. So, I think this is actually an interesting opportunity to bring up something in history that I can't wait to dig into the Confederate side of this and try to execute the attack the way that both Robert E. Lee and General Longstreet had intended, which was for, you see the guns way out in the distance out here? Those guns were meant to roll forward with the infantry attack on here and over here, rolling forward up to this kind of risen ground here, so that they could support the assault and prevent this sort of thing from happening, and so that they could take pot shots at the enemy artillery on the flanks to try and clear the infantry advance of harassment, serious harassment from artillery fire up here on the ridge and from across the field as well, to prevent a thing like this from happening. There's a big what if about Gettysburg's third day. If the Confederate artillery had done things differently, if Longstreet hadn't have waited or wanted to wait so long to actually launch the infantry forward, and would have, you know, not worried so much about actually silencing all the Federal artillery, but allowing for the guns to move forward the way that that you do in an attack like this, that things might have worked out differently. I'd love to test that when I actually get a chance to play the Confederates in Pickett's Charge, which will be coming up as we get into the following Scourge of War streams. Those will be coming up. Oh, what a fight right here. Oof. Man, oh man, what a horrific experience this must have been. I mean, what you've got in here, wow, are mangled and badly maimed corpses and wounded men that are having a really bad day in here amidst all of the fighting and firing. I mean, that's stuff that's just really hard with frame rate and with software technology and everything else to recreate. You know, I think this game, that's one of the reasons why I love this game so much, is they do such a great job of showing you at least a little bit of what it was that these poor bastards were living through out here. And you can pretty much just paint onto it. There's some mods out there that help soil the ground around many of the dead guys. The one thing that they just don't have is how kind of like creepy crawly alive and moving all of this would be while the fighting is ongoing. There would be dudes who are, you know, crawling back to the rear. There would be guys that are rolling around. There would be dudes trying to check themselves to see how bad they're hit. There would be guys that are missing arms and heads and things. You know, it would just be... if you've ever seen the movie Hacksaw Ridge, you would have a little... At the very beginning, when they first get up to the top of Hacksaw Ridge and they're just kind of walking slowly through the battlefield that's already been... The carnage that's already happened with other American troops up there. And then you kind of see, they look down, and I mean, there's just, you know, there's pools of blood, puddles of it, and guys that are all just mangled up and messed up. You know, that's what it was out here, man. Okay, we're up over 6,000 points. I think we'll get a major victory. Coming into the end scenario, we got 5 minutes left, and we won't play any further beyond that. Officially earned the victory coming up here in just a short bit. I do believe. Even as these last remaining Confederate troops try a desperate attempt at a final assault here. We got plenty of Union boys left in the central position to counterattack, even if we, you know, needed to. You got Pettigrew and Pender's regiments over here that have actually done fairly well, better than they really did. And all we have now is our one gun. We got more of our troops that got routed. Oh no, we've lost control of the objective officially. Ugh, our gun routes right there. So you got the Confederates pushing the central objective. Still, uh-oh. Look at all that artillery. Wow. Oh, my Lord. The Union had such a superiority in artillery. It wasn't even funny, man. You can see the attack kind of falling apart out here, although they are running off plenty of our troops. It's just that by this time, yee, all right, major victory. I love it. We earned that one with a little artillery play. I love that. Okay, we'll save the replay. Good deal. Boom. That was fun. I think that's probably going to do it for tonight. My good friends, my fans, I appreciate you so much. By the way, remind you one more time, if you like the content, hit that thumbs up button for me. Also, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. The link is below. And if you want to become a member, it's as little as $2 a month. If you like this content, I'm going to keep rolling out in both streams and recorded videos. I try to go ahead and add in some tutorial content everywhere that I can. I'm going to continue doing that as well. Scourge of War, game very near and dear to me, and I'll continue playing it.